All right, let's dive into one of archaeology's biggest question marks. Puma Punku.
Yeah.
These incredible ruins in Bolivia,
Yeah.
part of that larger Tiwanaku site, have
Right.
sparked a ton of theories, and some are,
Some are pretty wild.
yeah, bordering on outlandish, I'd say.
Yeah.
So today we're going to sift through all that speculation, look at the hard evidence, and uncover what we actually know about how this mind-blowing place was constructed.
You know, it's that mix of real archaeology and the ancient astronaut stuff that makes Puma Punku so fascinating.
Right.
So get ready to think critically today.
Okay, let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
The biggest point of contention.
Yep.
The age of Puma Punku.
Okay.
I've seen claims that it was built around 15,000 BC,
Oh, wow.
which, if true,
Yeah.
would completely rewrite history.
Human history in the Americas for sure.
Yeah, what's the real story here?
Well, 15,000 BC would be monumental,
Right.
but the most reliable dating we have puts construction around the 6th century AD,
Okay.
based on radiocarbon analysis done back in '99. Still incredibly impressive,
Yeah,
but a huge difference.
huge difference.
Some of those wilder claims.
Yeah, so where did that 15,000 BC idea even come from?
It seems to be everywhere.
Yeah.
It goes back to an Austrian author, Arthur Poznański.
Okay.
His 1945 book proposed that much earlier date for Tiwanaku.
Oh, wow.
The larger site, that includes Puma Punku.
Okay.
But, and this is important,
Yeah.
his theories never really got accepted by archaeologists.
So it's one of those ideas that caught the public's imagination,
Yeah.
even without evidence.
It's a testament to the power of a good story, even if it's not quite factual.
Right.
But even with a 6th century AD date,
Yeah.
Puma Punku has some pretty big challenges for us.
Let's talk about those stones.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about massive blocks, some weighing over 100 tons.
Right.
And then there are the legends
Oh, yeah.
that they're made of this incredibly hard andesite,
Yeah.
requiring lasers or diamonds to cut.
Uh-huh.
How could people from that time have even done this?
Time for some myth busting.
Okay.
Research has shown that the biggest stones at Puma Punku are red sandstone,
Okay.
not andesite.
Interesting.
And sandstone is much softer.
So not quite as impossible as it seems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even the andesite they did use wasn't as hard as some claim.
Okay.
It's a hardness level that could have been worked with 6th century tools.
Okay, but even with sandstone,
Yeah.
moving 100-ton blocks from miles away
Oh, yeah.
seems like a logistical nightmare.
It would have been huge.
How would they even start?
Well, ancient people were incredibly resourceful,
Yeah.
especially when it came to engineering.
Right.
In 1997, researchers Jean-Pierre Proxen and Stella Nair
Okay.
published a paper suggesting they could have used rollers,
Okay.
ramps, levers,
Uh-huh.
and, of course, tons of manpower.
So you're saying with careful planning, collaboration, and a good understanding of physics,
Basic physics.
it might have been possible.
Exactly.
Wow.
We may not know all the details of how they did it, but they were far more capable than we give them credit for.
Right. And we can't forget they lived and thrived in a high-altitude environment.
Absolutely.
Resourcefulness would have been key to survival.
Absolutely.
It's amazing to think about the ingenuity and determination they must have had to pull off something this big.
It really is.
And when you look closely at how it was built,
Yeah.
there are some pretty crazy details that challenge what we think we know.
Oh, for sure.
Like, have you seen pictures of how precise the shaping of the blocks is?
Yes.
It's almost as if they were molded,
Right.
not carved.
Like if they were poured into molds.
Yeah. How do they do that?
That brings us to some pretty cool research.
Okay.
The idea that they might have used ancient concrete at Puma Punku.
Wait, are you saying they might have had concrete technology centuries ago?
It's a theory that's gaining traction.
That would be revolutionary.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
In 2018, a researcher named Joseph Davidovs
Okay.
suggested they might have used a type of geopolymer concrete.
So like a really early form of concrete.
Basically, yeah, a mixture of local materials, pulverized rock volcanic ash, combined with some organic binders.
Oh, wow. So it's like an early version of concrete.
Like a really ingenious early version.
Okay. I'm going to need a little more explanation here.
Sure.
How does geopolymer concrete even work?
It's really interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Geopolymer concrete doesn't rely on the same chemical reactions as modern concrete.
Okay.
You know, the Portland cement-based concrete.
Right.
Instead, it uses what's called an alkali activator,
Okay.
like a solution of sodium or potassium hydroxide
Perhaps.
to dissolve certain components of the source materials.
So it's kind of like a chemical puzzle
It
that
is.
they're
Jim.
manipulating natural materials to make a synthetic stone.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And what's even cooler is that some people think geopolymer concrete might actually be better than a modern concrete in some ways.
Really?
Yeah, like more resistant to chemicals and having a lower carbon footprint.
So if they were using this geopolymer concrete at Puma Punku,
Yeah,
wouldn't there be some physical evidence?
you're thinking like a
Like
scientist.
remnants of the molds or traces of the binders?
That's where the current research is focused.
Okay.
They're analyzing the chemical composition of those stones,
Oh, wow.
looking for signs of geopolymerization.
Okay.
And they're also searching for any archaeological evidence of concrete production.
So it's still a mystery,
Yeah,
but the evidence is pretty exciting.
it's definitely worth exploring.
If it's true
Yeah.
that they were using ancient concrete,
Uh-huh.
it could rewrite our understanding of Puma Punku.
And maybe even ancient technology across the globe.
Okay, so we've got maybe the concrete angle,
Yeah.
but we still have those 100-ton sandstone blocks.
Right.
Even with concrete, those massive stones still had to be moved from the quarry,
Absolutely.
which is what, like 10 kilometers away?
About that.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Well, we can look to other ancient cultures for some clues,
Okay.
like the Inca,
Okay.
Jean-Pierre Pratzen,
Uh-huh.
the researcher we talked about earlier.
He spent years studying Inca stonework,
Wow.
and he actually experimented with traditional Inca tools and techniques.
Oh, wow.
He demonstrated that they could shape and move huge stones.
So things like levers, rollers, ramps, and lots of people.
Exactly. He showed that with careful planning, teamwork, and an understanding of physics,
Yeah.
even seemingly impossible tasks could be done.
It's amazing what they could accomplish.
It really is.
We really underestimate what people could do back then.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that these ancient cultures had centuries, even millennia, to develop their skills and knowledge.
And they didn't have distractions like we do today.
That's true.
Their survival depended on really understanding their environment
Right.
and solving problems with the resources they had.
Resourcefulness was key.
So back to Puma Punku.
Yeah.
How do you think they moved those giant blocks?
Just imagine teams of workers, hundreds, maybe even thousands,
Wow.
using rollers and levers to move the stones across the ground. And for inclines, they might have built huge earthen ramps, reinforced with timber.
So it would have been a massive effort.
Absolutely. It would have taken incredible coordination and logistics.
Our modern construction projects seem easy compared to this.
It's true.
Puma Punku really challenges what we think we know about the past.
It really does. It's an incredible testament to their ingenuity and resourcefulness.
Okay, so we've talked about transportation.
Yeah.
We've talked about maybe the concrete.
Yeah.
But there's still a sense of mystery around Puma Punku.
Oh, definitely.
It's not just amazing engineering.
Right.
It's also a site with lots of symbolism and mythology.
Absolutely. The stones and the engineering are amazing. But to really understand Puma Punku, we need to look at its cultural significance.
Okay, let's do that.
Right.
What can you tell us about that cultural and symbolic significance of Puma Punku?
Well, we can't say for sure what rituals or beliefs were associated with it.
Right.
But we can look at Tiwanaku culture.
Yeah, Tiwanaku was a big deal.
Right.
It was a powerful empire.
A sophisticated empire with a complex understanding of astronomy and agriculture and social organization. And a lot of scholars believe that Puma Punku was a key part of their religious and ceremonial practices.
Okay.
Like, the site's alignment with celestial bodies suggests a connection to astronomy.
Yeah.
Maybe even a belief in a cosmos guided by divine forces.
And what about those intricate stone carvings?
Oh, yeah.
They must have symbolic meaning too, right?
Definitely some show deities or mythical beings.
Okay.
Others have geometric patterns or animal figures.
So we're trying to put together a puzzle with only a few pieces.
Yeah, figuring out what they mean is still a challenge for archaeologists.
It makes you wonder about the stories they were trying to tell.
It's a reminder that archaeology isn't just about digging up stuff.
Right.
It's about understanding the beliefs and values of people who lived long ago.
It seems like we always focus on the how with Puma Punku,
The how.
like how they moved those stones and got that precision.
Yeah.
But the why is important too. Why did they put so much effort into this place?
It wasn't just engineering, it was an expression of their worldview, their cosmology, their relationship with the cosmos.
It was a place of power.
Yeah, a place of ceremony,
Yeah.
a place where they connected with the divine.
And the fact that we're still trying to figure it out thousands of years later
Right.
really says something.
It really does. Puma Punku makes us question what we think we know.
Yeah.
It sparks our curiosity, and it leaves us with more questions than answers.
But that's part of what makes it so fascinating.
It is.
It reminds us that there's always more to learn.
About the past and about ourselves.
Puma Punku is a great example of that blend of science and mystery,
It really is a testament to human ingenuity.
and the mystery of the ancient world.
For sure.
So, dude, everyone listening,
Yeah.
next time you see a picture of Puma Punku,
Uh-huh.
don't just think about the stones.
Right.
Think about the people who made them,
Yeah.
the minds that designed them, and the mysteries they hold.
Puma Punku is more than just ruins. It's a window into a lost world.
A world that still has things to teach us.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll solve some of those mysteries.
That would be incredible.
It would, but until then, let's keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the past.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Puma Punku.
It was a pleasure.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.